I'm very proud of you. I was both, inspired and terrified because I know that that's coming for me too. And I'm working on that.
You have how many more months until you go?
Well, it's not for certain that I'm going to test in June, but that's my target to be ready by then. Awesome. If they choose not to test me then I will keep training and get ready for January.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, that's my target. But I was really impressed. A lot of people were really impressed with his heart, and also Kyler, the other guy that tested with him. Both kept fighting through injuries. Both kept going and did a great job.
That's awesome.
So,
well, since there's been nothing funny said in the last 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
Here's some weird news, and I love this. Tennis instructor Osmailer Torres, I'm sure I mispronounced that first name, 30 years old, of Miami, was arrested in July of 2016 after hitting a 5-year-old with the child's pint-sized tennis racket and causing a bruise on the boy's arm and a lump on his eyebrow. That sounds bad. But wait. Torres believes he has a Grand Slam defense, Florida's Stand Your Ground self-defense law.
Florida.
Defense lawyer Eduardo Pereira told the Herald the child was the initial aggressor who had participated in various violent altercations against other children, and Torres had acted responsibly in trying to prevent harm to others. So this will be heard in an upcoming hearing.
Okay, I just see this playing out as has I've had a few parenting moments like this where one of my children is being the aggressor towards the other ones with some sort of instrument of terror, be it a Barbie doll or whatever, is hitting the other children. And I take it away and immediately smack the child back with it.
How do you like it?
I see it being that sort of situation where this kid is being a little terrorist and beating the other children with this little racket. And he takes it away and he's like, "You're going to stop that crap now."
Well, this is perfect example of something that every parent in the world has done. When you are just busting your kid and saying, "We do not hit."
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's hilarious to me, though, that he was acting in self-defense.
He's acting in self-defense. My question is, how old is this kid?
5.
5.
Oh, a 5-year.
5-year-old.
Of course.
Okay,
it's ridiculous. Yes.
My niece Lily is 5.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
size.
Well, my thought process here is, the kid is 5. Can you not just pick him up and go stick him in a timeout?
Oh,
Okay.
you're one of those.
There's
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? That was like
yeah.
self-defense against a 5-year-old.
This is a story I'm about to tell that I'm not exactly proud of.
Wait. Let me preempt this by saying, I used to be a preschool teacher who dealt with psycho 5-year-olds all day, every day.
Yeah.
So, all right, continue.
Okay. I used to be a substitute teacher, and so my background check is still good with the school, still in good standing there, but I haven't subbed since I had kids. But the teachers there know me at the school because it's a small school.
Yeah, small town.
And I've helped out on numerous school trips and stuff like that, taking groups of kids through museums and stuff. When my middle child, my second daughter, she was in preschool at the public school, and she was about 4 or 5. There was this one kid that was being an absolute terror, and he kept being mean to both my middle child and her BFF, who is your son. Mm-hmm. And this one kid was a complete and total jerk.
Yeah.
So one day, both the teachers were like, "I'm sorry, I've got to run back to the room and take care of something. Can you stand here with the kids and, just keep them here till the parents can pick them up?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." I took advantage of this opportunity and I called that kid over. And I got down and on his level and got in his little face. But I wasn't loud or mean or anything. I just told him, I said, "Are you the kid that is always mean to these children?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "I want you to understand that they left me alone with you guys because they trust me." you hurt my kid or you hurt any other kid on that playground again, and I will hurt you. That kid left them alone. I threatened a 5-year-old. But it stopped the bullying. And the teacher later was like, so he said you talked to him, but he didn't say what you said. But he has become so much nicer in class. And I was like, I just had a little heart-to-heart with him. But in my mind, I was like, please, God, don't let anyone find out. I just threatened a 5-year-old.
I will hunt you down. I will
had-
kill you.
You hurt them, I will hurt you.
In one of my classes, we had a biter. Oh my gosh. He was a 5-year-old biter. And typically, most preschools, they have a 3 strikes, you're out rule where you bite 3 times and, they have to remove you from the school. Well, for some reason there was some kind of special need or something like that there that we were giving him a little bit of allowance because they felt, well, he can't control himself, stuff like that, which I don't necessarily agree with, but it was what it was. So about the 3rd or 4th time in one day that he bit a child, the kid comes up and says, Miss Jennifer, so-and-so bit me. And so I looked at her straight in the face and I said, you know what? Bite him back.
That's how we had to break my niece and my daughter of biting.
He never bit again.
We had to bite them back.
Never bit again.
Yeah, most biters don't know how bad it hurts.
My niece and my daughter were devious as little 1-year-olds. They figured out that if they were bitten, the other child would get in trouble. And so they started biting themselves to get the other child in trouble. And we had to, because my niece has a distinctive gap in her front teeth like I have, and my sister has. My daughter does not have that. And so we would have to look on the bite marks and make sure that it did or didn't have a gap before we punished the children.
We went to dental records, basically.
Yes.
That's what it went down to. Here is an Ask Reddit that I am excited about. I cannot wait to hear what you guys come up with, what we come up with. What's the most realistic fake fact you can make up right now?
87% of statistics are made up.
You didn't make that up, though.
No, but like you can make up statistics on the spot. And if you are confident enough, people will believe you.
Did you know that they have scientific evidence that proves that 97% of gorillas are homosexually inclined? That's a fact.
Then how are there still gorillas?
I don't know.
Sorry.
That's true.
I don't know.
It's not a choice.
It's not a choice.
Wow.
Here's a fun fact. Back in the Renaissance period, of course, they had all sorts of artists, Michelangelo and, Donatello, all the Ninja Turtles, basically.
Yes.
Well, there was one really, really little known artist by the name of Vinci. And Vinci, nobody knows this, but Vinci actually designed about 50% of Leonardo da Vinci's designs. And Leonardo da Vinci stole his designs.
Here's something that's actually true. It's not made up, but Edison is celebrated as this great inventor. He is a thief.
Oh, and an elephant murderer.
Yes, elephant murderer.
Elephant murderer. Poor Topsy.
He did step on a dude.
They'll say, autopsy at my autopsy.
That's the second time in 5 episodes you've talked about.
Because it is so funny.
You should see her on our show. It's like every time somebody says witch. What do you
I'm
say?
not a witch. I'm a wife. I'm your wife.
Every time.
It's a
like
witch.
it's I need a counter on our episodes.
Right.
I just can't think of anything creative, okay? I'm sorry. This is how my brain works. I say the same thing over and over again. Just get used to it.
I can think of like things that sound fake but are true. Like the dumpster, much like Kleenex, is a name brand.
Yeah. Did y'all know that?
Dumpster?
I actually did know that.
Is a brand
That's a
name.
really,
Really?
it's a brand name.
Did not know that.
Things that sound fake but aren't. I can come up with
Yeah,
those.
it's a lot easier to do that, I think.
Yeah.
Where we should have gone with this, though, is, doing each of us says a fact and we have to guess if it's real or not.
We should do 2 truths and a lie
2 truths and a
about
lie.
the nerds.
We should totally do that. That's an
We
episode
should
idea.
do that.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind,
Yeah.
and
We can reveal later what the lies are.
we might start an episode with that and then reveal at the end. So people,
Aha.
people have to listen all the way through.
All the way through.
We're so devious. It's amazing to me. It shouldn't be, though. How many of these weird news stories come out of Florida?
Florida man.
He's the best, worst superhero.
This story has one of my favorite verbal commands I've ever read in it. It says, North Fort Myers, Florida homeowner Joni Matthews was terrorized for hours by a large pig that wandered into her yard overnight and spent the day destroying the lawn and biting Matthews 3 times before trapping her in the cab of her truck. She would circle the truck, and I would jump in the back seat, and I was like, "Go away, pig."
That'll tell him.
She finally called law enforcement, and it took 3 Lee County sheriff's officers to wrangle the testy porker. It was just hilarious because the pig fought them in every which way, she said. And at the time of the release of this story, no one had come forward to claim the pig.
Oh my gosh.
But I just love how, first of all, why did she not just call the police right away?
That was my question. Why didn't you just call immediately?
Like, that's question number 1.
Or maybe the first time she got bitten.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, question 2 is, whatever you did to get bit the first time, why did you keep
do it
doing
again?
this?
Yes.
And then, okay, you don't accidentally get trapped in a truck. You have to physically climb
Get into the
into the truck.
he's like the Cujo of pigs.
But I just love that. Go away, pig.
Go away, pig. Because that will definitely get the pig away from your car.
Definitely.
I have a friend who curses like a sailor all the time. But when she is angry, the ability to say something snappy and mean goes away. She was absolutely livid at a landlord that they had moved out of a house, and that landlord like basically kept their deposit, came over and stole their lawnmower and a bunch of other stuff. So she was just positively livid with this person. And I'm standing next to her as she's on the phone with this person trying to explain that, A, we had cleaned the house. Like, I personally went and cleaned the bathtub and like bleached everything and everything. Some of the things she was saying was that the bathrooms were disgusting and all of this stuff. We had left this house better than she had received it. And this person is saying that, you know, she left it disgusting. She's not returning the deposit. And she had already come over and stolen the lawnmower and 2 like air conditioning units from them and some other things. And my friend's response to her on the phone was, "Well, you're not a very nice person, and I'm never speaking to you again." And I couldn't help but laugh at her because I'm like, you cuss like a sailor and you say some of the wittiest things I've ever heard. And she just can't think straight when she's angry.
That's funny.
So that go away, pig. That seems like something she would say when she's angry.
Go away.
Here's an Ask Reddit that I think is going to be a lot of fun to walk the tightrope of staying family friendly.
Yay.
What could you say at a drive-thru speaker that you couldn't say on a first date?
Can you hurry it up? I've got plans after this.
Hey, let's make it a double. Hey, can I get that as a skinny?
Can I have that double wrapped?
Nah, give me the small. You're not going to be able to use that one.
Cross the line.
Across the line.
Can I get extra? Yeah.
Be sure and leave room for...
Oh.
Now
I say that when I order my coffee. I really, truly do.
I have a coupon
What's wrong with being thrifty on a date? Okay.
Well, let's wrap up like we always do with a dumb criminal story.
Yay.
This one out of Colorado.
Not
No,
Florida.
not Florida. Yeah.
No,
But it involves weed.
Hey,
it does. It does.
the longer that weed's been legal there, the more dumb criminal stories we get.
Which actually is, well, I suppose you have to be licensed to sell. But it says Teller County, Colorado, Sheriff Jason Mikesell listed his SUV for sale on Craigslist in November. And he was a little perplexed when he received a response from Sean Langley, 39, offering to trade the SUV for 4 pounds of marijuana.
All right.
Langley even provided photos of his black market booty and boasted about its quality.
Tummy.
I saw the text and I started giggling, Mikesell said. Detectives set up a meeting and arrested both Langley and Jane Cravens, 41, after finding the promised 4 pounds of marijuana in their car. Sheriff Mikesell has removed his SUV from Craigslist. But, yeah,
They're probably like, it's legal now.
I imagine
Can't
that
arrest
was...
me for that. It's legal now.
I imagine that was the idea there, but it's still...
It's legal, but it's still it's very regulated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very regulated.
The thing is like I'm thinking, well, he might not know he's a cop, but sheriff is an elected office.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I don't
if you're high all the time,
I don't think... I don't use Craigslist much. I don't think you put a lot of
Yeah, you don't put
personal
your name.
details on
Yeah.
there. So.
I was thinking of like one of those Facebook buy sell swap places. Yeah, where you see their profile.
Well, let's real quick talk about what else we got going on. I know y'all are still doing your Two Mere Mortals.
Yep. YouTube and Twitch on occasion. Trying to get involved more with Twitch, but
we're
we've
trying to
missed-
get on a schedule.
Yeah, we missed the last few weeks. Well, I don't know when this is airing, but we've been sick and sick.
Yeah, it's just been hard to get back in routine.
Yeah, Keelan has had a rough week
Yeah.
last week.
I joked that we needed plague masks to come over here.
Yeah, you did, and a can of Lysol.
In fact, Keelan at one point was basically performing the one-hit wonder by Local H, Bound to the Floor.
Got up to go to the bathroom, passed out cold on the floor with a fever.
That
that
scared the crap out of me though.
Oh, wife.
Yeah, I have my YouTube channel. It's actually I'm undergoing a rebranding right now. It's under Supermom Blues, and I have a blog that I have started to go along with it, a companion blog on WordPress. So supermomblues.wordpress.com, I think is the link, and it's lots of It's a mommy vlog, mommy stuff, homeschooling, homemaking, shopping hauls, diet stuff, that kind of thing. So if you're a mom and you're into that, check it out.
Cool. Well, Laura and I have a new thing that is coming very soon.
I'm so ready for this.
I have not
Just do it.
had time
Yeah,
to get it edited yet, but very shortly it will be out. New podcast that we are calling Not a Doctor.
not a doctor.
I love that title. It's so perfect.
She is a nurse, and I am
Not a doctor.
not a doctor.
It's very evident in these episodes
Yeah.
that he is not a medical professional in any way, shape, or
Yeah,
form.
we are classifying it as a medical education show.
With comedy
Yeah.
aspects.
I have something new, too. I don't think... In fact, I'm not sure I've actually mentioned it to any of y'all. For my birthday, I bought a domain name.
Oh.
And...
Oh,
Nice.
I know about this.
Yeah, and so I started a WordPress. So the domain, all it does is link to my WordPress. It is happybanditonline.com.
Nice.
To which, if you go there, the headline reads "Happy Bandit Online," because happybandit.com was taken. And
so
I'm trying to kind of rekindle the the creative flame, the creative spark in me. And
Are you going to start doing the comic series again?
I don't know about that. I've
would
got
love
some
that to come
writing.
back.
I put some writings on there.
Cool.
And
Short story on there, right?
Yep.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. I have
And,
to check that out. No, I did not know. You were such a turd not telling us about this.
I tweeted it.
He tweeted it. I
He
saw it.
tweeted it. Do you not
this
follow
is
him on the Twitter?
I do follow him on the Twitter, but I also follow 400 other people on the Twitter. So
My plan at the start of the year was like, I'm really going to get involved in Twitter again. And I've mildly gotten, I look at it maybe once a day. But I did. There was a reaping when I got back on. I cleared out a bunch of people.
I need to do
Yeah,
that
I
because
just
there's a lot of
don't care
people
about
that I just
But-
don't even care about.
But anyway, so, this is something that we haven't talked about. I think we mentioned it once in the first episode, and we have to get better about doing it. So you can hear this on our website. We have it on YouTube in 3 parts. This one might only be 2 because we're recording it a little late, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. On the website, there is, in our forums, there is a forum thread for every episode where we would love for you to come discuss your thoughts, join us in conversation, berate
Come make
us.
fun of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
We love that.
and I'm hoping that I'm hoping to get it listed on various podcast markets very shortly. Keep looking on iTunes and Play Store and all that stuff. And if you find it on there, please rate it. Please leave
And
us.
share.
Yeah, if you enjoy what you're hearing, just share it around. We're doing this just for fun. We're not making anything. It's fun for us to get around and talk. And we would love feedback, interaction. That's really what we're trying to do with it. Just kind of have some fun and create some connections with people. Well, as always, we want to leave you with something to ponder, and this is our most timely one yet, as the Super Bowl is this Sunday. How does a wealthy, pretty-faced man like Tom Brady have such awful haircuts?
That's
So
great.
true.
We hope you have enjoyed, and we will see you next time on 4Nerds Gaming.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hasta luego.
Did I get all the scratches and gases out?
I don't think I've got all of them out.